Hello, this is Dawn Priolat of CreateYourSoulmate.com. And in this video today, what I want to do is to show you how I use emotional freedom techniques, or EFT, in a way that's a little bit different. This is one way that I use to get at limiting beliefs. And so I'm going to use compassion. I'm going to use the power of compassion in dealing with that inner part of you that is actually terrified of being in a committed relationship. Now, I know that the you that is sitting there hearing my voice is probably saying, no, Dawn, I really, really, really want to be in a committed relationship. I really want to attract in a soulmate. And yet, if that's not happening, and in fact, if you're not attracting anybody at all, then I would say to you, because the primary job of your subconscious mind is to keep you safe, always. And so when you have a goal, any kind of goal at all, really, but especially to create a soulmate relationship, if there is any part of you that believes that that would not be safe for various reasons, you will absolutely sabotage it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to address that little inner part of you, which is usually, I always say there's like an inner 4 or 5-year-old girl who's been very hurt. Maybe she feels abandoned, rejected, unloved, unwanted. And it's that part of you, that wounded part of you, that is actually still projecting out into the world those feelings of abandonment, of being rejected. And so therefore, you keep experiencing and creating and recreating new experiences that prove that, yeah, I'm right about that. I am right. Men always reject me. Men always abandon me. Men always cheat on me, betray me, whatever it is that you have going on. And the best way, with law of attraction, we're always taught to focus on the good, the positive, and say all these affirmations. But the truth of the matter is, you always have to deal with your lower self, that part of you that at the first chakra level is always seeking safety. First and foremost, that is the primary concern, is safety. It's not about, having a wonderful life. It's not about, really thriving in life. It's just about staying safe. And for most of us who have issues with attracting horrible relationships, it's because we have very early memories from childhood and tons of evidence that relationships are not safe. So I'm going to just say some statements, and I'm going to be addressing that younger part of you. You may already get a sense of how old she is, or maybe not. Either way, it's okay. So the only thing I need you to do is just take a nice deep breath. And maybe just close your eyes. And maybe you can just get a sense of that younger part of you that has been abandoned and rejected. Maybe you can get a sense of how old he or she is. And take another deep breath. And just feel your feet on the floor. And maybe you can even get a sense of what this younger version of you is wearing. Now, to do this exercise, you can either have this child do the tapping with you. You can maybe ask this child, is it okay if I tap on you? Actually tap on the points for this child. Or if the child is comfortable doing the tapping for themselves, then they can just tap with you. So let's just begin, and you can tap, just repeat the words after me. Don't worry if they don't always seem to fit perfectly to your situation. And just tap on any points that you want to use for this exercise. Okay? And I'm going to start at the top of the head. Repeat after me. I am so, so sorry that you're not good enough to have a soulmate. And then you can switch points with each phrase if you want. I am so sorry that you feel you have to be at the perfect weight and looking the perfect way in order to be good enough for a soulmate. I am so sorry that you're not pretty enough to have a soulmate relationship. I am so sorry that you don't make enough money to have a soulmate relationship. I am so sorry that you were never able to get over your childhood enough to attract a soulmate. I am so, so sorry that you feel you have to earn at least 6 figures in order to be good enough to attract in a soulmate. I am so, so sorry that you're not thin enough to have a soulmate in your life. I am so sorry that you really can't have it all. You have to choose between your career and having a good relationship. I am so sorry that the other kids are worthy of love and you're not. I am so sorry that you've never been good enough to be loved. I am so sorry that your mother never wanted you. I am so sorry. Your father didn't either. I am so sorry that you made that mean that nobody was ever going to want you. Now just take a nice deep breath. If you have water, drink some water. And this was just a short little tapping of giving compassion to that little inner child. And I hope that this was helpful for you. I'm not sure how this is going to evolve. Maybe I'll start doing just a short one of these and do a series of them. Leave some comments below if this was helpful to you, if it really triggered some memories for you, because if you're in tears right now, then that's a sign that this is really resonating with you. And the more you can give compassion to that part of you who felt unwanted, who felt like a burden, who felt like they weren't good enough, the more you give compassion to that part of you, the more that part of you will be able to kind of let go. Because now it's like you're going to be giving yourself the compassion that you really needed to get from one or both of your parents. You really needed to have a parent or some adult in your life to hold you and say, you know what, you are lovable. You really are. You needed that validation. And unfortunately, you probably have been seeking it in all the wrong places your whole life, because you've been seeking it in partners who are refusing to give it to you in whatever way they're doing it. And so the key to your healing and the key to you being able to move on is for you to be able to give yourself that kind of validation that you never got, rather than showing up in a relationship time after time as this little wounded child and expecting this person to give you this validation and to heal you and make you better. That's not going to work, because that's going to attract what I call a wound mate. Somebody who has exactly the same kind of wounding that you have, and they're not going to be able to give you what you really need. So I'm going to show you how you can start to reparent yourself. So please let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you, and if there are memories coming up for you and any kind of beliefs coming up for you that you want to share. I really appreciate you leaving your comments, and I do read them. So once again, my name is Dawn Priolat of CreateYourSoulmate.com, and I will see you in the next video.